How's everybody doing? Just wanted to make a quick video just to let you know about the specifics that I've hinted at in recent videos concerning the updates that we have made to Patreon. Probably more than anything else, over the last couple of weeks, I have been spending a lot of time focused on making sure that our user experience, our patron experience, is the best that it can be on Patreon. And honestly, it's something that I think in some ways I have let slip a little bit, primarily because when I have reached out to people through Patreon and asked about the perks, in other words, the things that you get made available to you at different levels, a lot of people just told me they weren't really too concerned about the perks and mostly did it because they wanted to support the channel. And I appreciate that, I really do. But I also recognize that when I make a commitment and when I say this is what you're getting, this is the value that you're getting, that needs to be followed through on, and I need to make sure that that's a priority. So with that in mind, now that I've got somebody that is helping me out with this kind of stuff, I am able to devote more time to making sure that every patron has the experience that they deserve. With that in mind, we have made some upgrades, we have made some changes, we have made some additions to our patron perks, and some of you have already been receiving the benefits of that through Patreon. You've been seeing some of the new things that have been rolled out and that will continue, and we've got some additional ones that are just now starting to happen. So I want to walk you through our current Patreon system, the different tiers that we have, and what you get at each one, because some people may not be aware of what those are, and you may be a patron at a particular level and might not even know that this is a perk that's available to you. So I want to walk you through these, and I want to say up front that the reason I'm putting so much time and focus into this is, as I've alluded to several times lately in the last month or so, YouTube has made a lot of changes to their algorithm. They're really heavily promoting shorts and AI content right now, which makes it more challenging than ever for people who make long-form history content to get their stuff seen, even by people who are longtime subscribers. You may notice that when you go to YouTube, especially if you go on your phone, for example, that you're getting recommended shorts far more than you're getting recommended long-form content. And that means that even if you're subscribed, you might not be seeing the new videos that are being rolled out. That, number one, makes it more important than ever that you have your notifications turned on, which you can do on the bell and turn on all notifications. That way you'll get a special notification when a new video goes live. Because let's say you're subscribed, like I am, to 50 or 60 different channels, and you go to YouTube and it's recommending to you 4 new long-form videos and the rest are all shorts. That means that the vast majority of channels you're subscribed to, you're just not even seeing their new content unless you go specifically to their page. So with that in mind, for the first time since I have had this channel, 2026 has seen a significant reduction in the watch time and the views and the revenue. Every year since 2021, there's been an increase in views and watch time and in revenue of at least 10%, sometimes more. This year so far, 2026, down 20%. Down 20%. So that's 1/5 of the views, 1/5 of the watch time, 1/5 of the ad revenue. And new subscribers down by half, down by 50%. And I say that as someone who's not being hurt nearly as badly by this as a lot of other channels are. I've talked to people who prominent, really good content creators making history videos who have told me that they're down 50% this year, 50%. And when you are making a living doing something, especially because if you've quit your full-time job to do YouTube full-time and you've been relying on that and suddenly half of it's gone, huge deal. So that is why such heavy focus on Patreon, because now more than ever, Patreon is what is supporting channels like mine and allowing us to continue doing this despite the hit we're taking on YouTube because of the changes that they're making to how they recommend videos. So I'm spending a good 10 to 15 hours a week right now just on Patreon, just on making content, just on making your user experience better. And that's why we're able to offer some of these new things. So number one, tier one, this is kind of the entry level. you get what everybody gets. And all of these, anytime I mention one of these, if you upgrade to the next tier, you get everything at the previous tier too. So basically, we're just adding new things to what you get at the lower level. So tier 1, everybody gets this. If you are a paid member on Patreon, you're getting access to new videos a day in advance, as much as humanly possible, and you're getting that without ads. How does that happen? Well, when I film a new video, like I'll be doing later today, I'll be filming tomorrow's video for YouTube. Actually, the day after tomorrow, because the new video went live today. I also upload that same video directly to Patreon, and it's made available to our patrons 24 hours in advance. And it's without ads because it's not on YouTube's platform. So you watch the whole thing, you're not interrupted by any ads, no pop-ups, no nothing. It's if you watch it through the Patreon platform, you're getting the whole thing, and you're getting it a day in advance. First chance to comment, first chance to see those things in advance. You get access to any patron-only posts that I make. You get access to our Discord server, which is patrons and members only. And unfortunately, I've explained why before, but we just needed something that was small and manageable, because we used to have a public Discord server, and it just got out of control and got really hard to manage for our incredible moderators who do an awesome job with all of that. So we decided to limit it and make it a perk. And also, you get first access to group tours, whether that's like a 1-day Battlefield tour or a 2-day Battlefield tour, or our big like overseas week-long tours. You get first access to those, and you often get a discount. Usually, like the first 10 people to book a tour get a discount, like $100 or $200 discount on those tours. And sometimes those tours, pretty much like our domestic tours, like going to Shiloh, pretty much booked solid just on patrons. Almost all of our spots were taken by patrons on that one. May have been all of them. So it guarantees that you're going to get an opportunity for those. So that's tier 1. That's $3 a month. And I'm even going to tell you how much we have as far as the number with that. So we have 265 members right now that are supporting at $3 a month. And all of this sounds like a lot, but when you consider how much all of this adds up to, and then the percentage, which is about 10% that Patreon takes out of it, it's a huge, huge deal. But I'm not getting rich, trust me. And a lot of it, the money's going right back into helping to create the content. So then at tier 2, which we currently have about 180 members at that level, that's $5 a month. You get everything I just mentioned. But now we are adding community polls monthly. Sometimes that is on the next reaction video, like which one would you like to see? It might be just questions. It might be fun stuff that I'll mention in a later video. But you get access to those polls. You will also, at that level, get access to our Q&A videos moving forward. Now, we have a current Q&A series that we're doing that is made available to all patrons, because previously, under our system that we had before I made the updates this month, the Q&A videos were something that was available to all paid patrons. So that'll be the case for the current Q&A series that I'm doing. But moving forward in the months ahead, that's going to be a tier 2 feature. And how that works is basically, it's kind of like our live streams that we do. The difference here is that you'll guarantee that you get your question answered, right? So I'll do a post and say, hey, what's your question for the upcoming Q&A? And then whoever asks questions, I'll make a video and I'll answer those questions in detail. And I'm not being distracted by a chat that's going on, and I'm not going to miss your question because I make sure I get to all of them. So in addition to that, you get everything else we already talked about. All right, on to tier 3, which right now we have about 100 members at that level. And there's a couple of things you get at this level, and some of you have already been seeing these, which are these weekly, sometimes more often than weekly, these little behind the lens videos. These are like 1 or 2 minute videos that show you something that you might not otherwise see. So the other day I made one from my living room, just kind of showing you what I was doing on a Sunday night, watching the Cavs play. And I showed off some of my Funko Pops that are on display in my living room. couple of days ago, I was out making that Memorial Day history video, and I showed a little behind the scenes of what I was filming and gave you some more history, local history about some of the guys who were buried there. So some of these are just going to be that. They're going to be just little snippets of my life that might not have anything to do with history or the channel, or they might, be things that do have to do with the channel. But I think minimum you're going to see those once a week, but more often than not, you might see one every 3 or 4 days, just little clips here and there. And those are things that start at the tier 3 and on up. Tier 4 is actually a brand new tier that just went live. And right now we have 1 member because that's a brand new tier that most people probably haven't even seen yet. In addition to everything else I just talked about, there's an additional once a week video diary, which is typically going to be 5 to 10 minutes. I think the first one was 13 minutes long for those of you who saw it. And that's really more in depth about what's going on in my life, what are upcoming plans for the channel, upcoming tours that I might be working on that haven't been announced yet, what I'm currently reading, what I'm currently doing in my personal life, but also in the business. Just a lot more depth into stuff that you probably aren't going to hear about anywhere else in some cases, in addition to everything else that I already talked about. And then tier 5, which is our so tier 4 was $15 a month. Tier 3 was $10 a month. Tier 5 is $20 a month, and we currently have about 50 members at that level. And this is where you get everything else we just talked about, but you'll also get an end of video shout out. You hear me do those shout outs. This used to be a beginning of the video shout out, but we were getting so many of those that I can't keep up with them. And so I've actually had to change that. But all the people who already were at $20 a month at that tier when it was advertised as a beginning of the video shout out are still going to get your beginning of the video shout outs. It's just that moving forward, anybody new who signs up at that one, it'll be an end of video shout out. But you'll still definitely get that. And then everything else we already talked about. Tier 6 is, we currently have 10 members at this level. It's $30 a month. And you get everything else we just talked about, but you're also going to get the beginning of the video shout out. It's a one-time thing. And then you're also going to get, and this is a big change, where the merch comes in. We used to offer merch directly through Patreon. Patreon had a limited ability to design merch, and then they would just send it automatically at the given time. After so many months, I think it was. But what we're going to do moving forward is that you're going to get to just pick a t-shirt of your choice from the VTH merch store. So what will happen is I'll reach out to you, say, hey, go to the merch store that shows up at the end of all the videos, pick out what t-shirt you want, let me know what size, let me know where to send it, and then I will send that to you directly that way. Rather than having a limited specific one that exists only in Patreon. This gives us a lot more flexibility and gives you a lot more in the way of options as far as what you can have from the merch store. And I am working on a system whereby if you stay at that level for like a certain number of months, like maybe 6 months, then you get to pick another one every so often. Right now, the way Patreon does it, it only gives me a one-time notification for that, but I'm working on setting up a system to where I can revisit that down the road. In addition to that, everything else I already talked about. Tier 7, that is our $50 a month tier. We currently have 4 people doing that, and I'm so grateful for people that are supporting at such a high level. At tier 7, and if I haven't already, I'll be reaching out to our existing tier 7 and up patrons. You get a personal message from me at sign up. That means whatever you want it to be, right? So if you want me to say hi to your neighbor, if you want me to answer a specific question on video that you have, if you want me to wish you or somebody else a happy birthday, this is kind of like a Cameo thing, right? Except I don't do Cameo. I haven't done that so far. I know my friend Matt Beat does that. Anything within reason that you want me to say or do in the video, I'm happy to do that. In addition to that, you will get a short or long sleeve shirt of your choice from the VTH merch store. Just as I talked about before, you pick the design, the item, tell me your size, tell me what you want, long sleeve or short sleeve, what color, and we'll get it sent to you. Then you get everything else we've already talked about, like the beginning of the video shout out, the weekly diary, all that kind of stuff like that. Now, as it stands, and you'll see this at the end of videos, we currently have our producer level tier, which is $75 a month, and we have 3 members at that level. We're actually retiring that tier. We have currently those 3 people that have that tier, and you'll continue to stay at that tier as long as you continue to stay signed up and you don't change it. But we're not taking new signups for that. It just really was an unused tier. Most people were signing up either at the tier 7 or at executive producer. So we're discontinuing that one. So I haven't made any changes to the perks, and I'm not announcing that because you can't even sign up for it. And then that leads us to our executive producer level patrons, which currently there are 7 of you. Thank you so much. And that one comes with all the other stuff we talked about, but instead of a t-shirt or a long sleeve t-shirt, unless that's what you want, you get a hoodie at that level that you get to pick. Now, if you'd prefer a t-shirt or a long sleeve t-shirt, that's fine, but you can have a hoodie if you want. And you pick out, again, the design, the size, and I'll send it to you. In addition, you also, every 4 months, can request a guaranteed specific reaction video. So you tell me the video you want me to do a reaction to, and at some point in that 4-month stretch, probably from the time you request it, you'll get it within a week or 2. I will do a reaction to that video. The only limits I would place on that is if it's a video that just is not a video I would ever react to on my own on the channel. If it's for some reason completely out of place, not in any way related to history or even modern history and politics and what's going on in the world, or if it's just completely inappropriate for the channel in some way. So within reason, anything you choose, we'll do it. So that is the executive producer. Also, you get your name listed at the end on the end screen as you do now. All of our executive producer level patrons get that. And I just noticed that that's not showing up on the current thing, so I'm going to edit that. So by the time you guys see this video, that will be added there. So if you have any questions about any of that, just let me know. Comment below. I'll try to answer those questions as best I can. But Patreon is everything right now. I can't say that enough. And I'm not, you guys know, I'm not somebody who spends a ton of time asking people to like and comment and subscribe, all the things that people normally ask. But I am asking you to do this because it is the only reason I'm able to keep continuing with this channel, is this and the group tours, because YouTube is just failing long-form content creators miserably right now. That's just the sad truth. So thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. I cannot say enough from me and from my family. Thank you for all your support. And even those of you who can't financially support the channel, I totally get that. And I'm not trying to shame you in any way. I realize everybody's in a tight fix right now with the way the economy is and gas prices and all that stuff like that. So thank you for every time you do like and comment and subscribe, and for your participation in our community. It means the world to me. It really, really does. So thank you, and we'll see you soon.